I don't know, what was it like back then being on a show about wizards?
Like, it was so fun. I really loved it. Everyone in the cast. And I don't think I could say that about any other show where every single person was just
amazing.
That's incredible.
Wow. No joke though, they sent us a picture and said, oh my gosh, congrats, Eric's on Stranger Things. And I looked at it and I go, oh my God, Eric is on Stranger Things.
It's like, what?
I was like, how did Eric get on Stranger Things? We were at a Oogie Boogie Bash and we actually saw somebody dressed up as your character, Hugh-Normous.
Yes. That's so surreal.
We know the answer to this because we're huge fans,
Yes.
as you know. But will you tell us why you have such a little suitcase?
All right, check out these tiny glasses.
He brought the glasses. I'm so excited.
How did you get your start, though, if that's...
I know. I realized we've known you so long, we've never actually heard this story before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my 5th birthday party.
Hey, Insiders! This is going to be so much fun. You guys, awesome people, awesome stories. We're back with another episode.
It's actually kind of funny. We do that Hey Insiders. It started like for the sake of this show, it started as kind of a technical thing. Like just to make sure we might keep that one though.
I know that was so
really
good.
That was a lot of fun.
Sometimes we don't keep those and we just introduce the guests in a different way.
But
the reason we do it is it gets our energy up. It's kind of like our version of action.
So anyway, it is. It's our version.
yeah.
Anyway, this is our friend Josh Sussman. Hi, Josh.
Hello. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. We have been friends with him for a while now,
Gosh.
years and years.
It's 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been 8
Disneyland
years.
was only 62 back then.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Now Disneyland is 70.
A young old Disneyland. We'll get more into that in a second, but you guys may know Josh from Hugh-Normous on Wizards of Waverly Place, or Glee, or Star versus the Forces of Evil. He's an actor in Hollywood who's very talented, and
Yes, we
He's
feel
amazing.
super
He's
lucky
amazing.
to know Josh, and to be able to be friends over the years has been great. So thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, of course. You're naming all those credits. I have so many good memories, and it's such a fun life. I can't believe I got to come to Hollywood and be an actor and actually get inside the TV.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, wow, I'm the man on the other side of the screen there.
Yeah,
That's pretty
been
cool.
in a ton of commercials, which is always fun because we'll be like just at a restaurant and they have sports on or something, and then Geico commercial comes up and you're like, that's
Josh!
Yeah, we all freak
Yeah,
out.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people will ask, "Is that you?" And then I'm like, "Oh, yes." And then they accuse you of lying. And it's a very weird, like you came up, and apparently that's a common thing that happens to everyone. Like
Really?
Tom Wilson, who plays Biff in Back to the Future, like people would say, "Are you Biff?" No, you're lying. So it's not just me. It's not that people think I'm a liar.
Funniest to me is it's always like Tony Hawk, who like people come up to him and say, "Whoa, you look just like Tony Hawk,"
And he's like, that's
"Thanks,
crazy.
"That's correct." And he's like a whole thread of posts that's all like people recognizing him but not knowing it's him.
Yeah. Well, the other day I actually got recognized for the first time as this bowler. If you look up Afro Bowler, it looks just like me. I'll do it right now. I hope it's not rude. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, you're good.
I'd love to see an Afro bowler, but that looks like you, but isn't you.
No, it looks. And at first I saw a picture of him years ago, and I was like, "Wait, is that me? That's not me."
Wow.
See?
That's
wow,
hilarious.
we'll pull up a picture for the
gosh.
audience.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So no,
That's
the other
crazy.
day someone came up to me like, "Oh my God!" So I'm realizing, okay, I'm going to be recognized. I wonder, this person looks much older. I don't think it's a Drake and Josh. I don't think it's a Wizard.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're the bowler," and I was like, "Oh." That's actually the first I've seen him. I know what you're talking about. But so I wonder, I think I'm more famous than the bowler. So I wonder how many times people come up to him and like, "Oh
Are
my
you
God,
Josh
you're on
Sussman?"
Wizards." Or,
Yeah.
So I wonder, I've never met him. I've never interacted. What is his name? Kyle Troop.
Kyle True.
All right,
If
Kyle,
anybody knows him,
Kyle, if you're watching this, we have your doppelganger on the show with us today.
That's pretty funny.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
could play him in like a documentary or something.
Yeah, I
you
have to
know?
work on
Yeah.
my bowling. I've never. No, but his afro, it's much bigger, but it looked like his afro was as big as mine was like in the 2010 era.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I also
Okay,
got singed.
now that you're saying this, we were at a restaurant like a month ago watching a bowling championship was on one of the TVs, and I remember us going, "Hey, that guy looks like Josh."
Yeah, we totally
We
did.
totally had this
definitely him.
exact conversation. Now that you're talking about it, I'm like, huh, we had one of those moments.
Yeah, so I wonder. Yeah, I wish I would know how often then he gets that, or
Yeah.
other people. Like people always think I'm St. John
Oh,
from
yeah.
Victoria. So I wonder how much.
Oh, I could actually see that too.
Then that St. John, that guy. How many times people think he's me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's. I remember we were at a Oogie Boogie Bash, and we actually saw somebody dressed up as your character,
As
Hugh-Normous.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys
At
sent me the
the movie
picture
bash.
of that. That was
Yes.
that's so surreal. Like that's probably the only time in the world it happened that someone dressed up as me. But
Really?
that's a very cool, satisfying feeling.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, wow. I was like, he dressed up as me for Halloween. That's pretty cool.
That was a kind of a fun experience for us because we saw the guy dressed up as Hugh-Normous, and we're like, can we take a picture of you? We're actually gonna send it to Josh Sussman. And he's like, no way. He's like,
No way.
Do you
You're
think
like-
he's gonna see it? I was like, I hope he sees my text because we've been friends for a while. So.
I added it to my story.
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh posted it.
I
right
know.
away.
It was funny. He left before I could ask for his Instagram because I was like, oh, he should get credit for this. But that's
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
We
That's
just
okay.
posted it.
I
yeah.
hope you found it. If you're watching this video somehow, I hope you found that.
I know. I
post.
hope you're
I
watching.
think
Really
he
a big
did. I think
fan.
he then wrote to say, "Hey, that was me."
Oh, good.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
Good. Yeah, no, that was such a funny moment. And actually, we've gotten recognized for people that we're not, too, mostly Eric.
Mostly
Yeah,
Eric.
I don't know what it is. Me definitely a couple times. The good news is I have been recognized for something I've been in. So that is the good news.
Yes.
The bad news is more often I'm recognized for Stranger Things, which I was not in. And it was the weirdest thing. I got so many texts one day. It was like season 1 too. It was like a long time ago. It was early.
No joke, though. They sent us a picture and said, oh my gosh, congrats, Eric's on Stranger Things. And I looked at it and I go, oh my God, Eric is on Stranger Things.
It's like,
I
what?
was like, how did Eric get on Stranger Things?
I was
like-
looking at like the kid and I was looking at myself. I was like, that's really weird.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Eric, why didn't you tell me you were on Stranger Things?
I know.
He did look a little older than I did at the time, but the weirdest part is like there was a time because he definitely looked older than me, but then as I got older, I went back to the same picture and I now look just like him.
Yeah.
So I whoever that was, I don't even know the guy's name.
No, because
I don't even know if he was a big role in the show.
I think it was like I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I think it's like semi-background though, where it was like a one-liner thing where he just walked in
I don't
and
think
said
he
a
was
line.
one of the main characters.
No,
No.
not at all. So like him looking like he was even more realistic. So it was like a bit role as opposed to like if it was like his
if-
name was everywhere, then they would know
They'd
that
be
it
like,
wasn't
"That's-
weird.
oh,
that's not Eric.
Yeah.
But it was like
It was
like
like-
a single episode appearance.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, look, that was Eric.
But yeah, it's funny that people could have the same face as us and we're not even related. Like I
know.
looked so much at that bowler because it was years ago. He was arrested for something, and people said, "Is this you?" And I was like, "I think it is, but I don't remember getting arrested. I know I didn't get arrested.
I'm
before.
like,
So I didn't." So
Yeah.
and it's like I'm looking at a picture of myself.
Yeah.
I've never had that.
Eric and I get that with each other. Like, there's one photo from the back where I cannot tell you if it's me or Eric in the picture. Like, and
That was
I
pretty
think like we're even standing next to each
both
other.
in the picture. We're wearing
Yeah.
the same shoes, similar enough like pants and shirt that we really couldn't tell.
Yeah, we had no
So
idea.
there's photos
actually,
of
I
it's
took
fun.
the picture and I'm like,
which is
I cannot
which.
tell which one of them is which from this angle right this second. So I took the photo and I'm like, look at this. If you don't believe me, look at this. You look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
this
was
is
pretty
Adam and that's Eric.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
Some
Yeah.
of the shirts now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
That's why his name's on it.
Yeah.
I didn't read the name. I knew.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he did.
We
He knew.
appreciate that.
He knew.
Yeah.
That's so fun. But
Josh has known us long enough to where we didn't look alike when he met us.
that's true.
Because we were like, I was a lot younger and we didn't look alike.
When I met you, I knew you as the food boy. You
Yes.
as the adventurer.
Yes.
You as the shopper.
I'm
Yes.
still the shopper.
Yes.
You're
Yep.
still the shopper.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
So I think that's still mostly, I would say, true. I
Yeah,
definitely
it's mostly
still.
accurate.
Yeah, mostly
Still-
accurate.
still the
It's
foodie.
I don't know if you guys know when we started Insiders, we like had 3 individual shows on the channel.
Yeah.
And so mine was Adam's Guide to Romance and Adventure, and I hosted that Beyond Amazing because I wanted to say Agrabah.
There's a, what's the word? Like a
Acronym.
acronym.
Yeah, as the acronym. And then Eric was Snack Time
Snack time, all about food.
and Bibbidi Shoppity.
Bibbidi Shoppity Boo.
Yeah.
Which
It's a good
a name
time.
I still love. I am so proud for coming up
Yeah,
with that
we
one.
still have to.
That's
We
good.
still have to
Yeah.
do something with that. It's such a
Yeah.
good name.
It's a good name.
It is kind of
Nobody
fun
steal
though.
it. It is
We
mine.
met Josh right as we started the YouTube channel for the Insiders. So it
Right.
was very early on when we started making videos that we knew Josh. And so that's fun that that's how you know us. 'Cause,
And even better, some of our earliest episodes actually have Josh in them because he would come on as one of our friends and just be in some episodes with us. It was so fun.
And we met on someone's birthday. Whose birthday? Can you guess before it's
Ooh,
revealed?
I like that.
Sure.
Put it in the comments if you can guess.
Drum roll.
Whose birthday did we meet on? It's a big one, especially in our world.
very cool person. And it is entirely the reason we met. And that's what
It
makes
is.
it cool.
That's what makes it cool.
It's a December birthday. That's your first hint if you haven't
All right.
guessed
And
yet.
the date, December 16th?
December 5th.
No,
Fifth.
December
5th.
5th.
16.
My bad.
Where
I'm-
did that come
That's
from?
okay. That's okay.
We're
That's
gonna
okay.
just
It
we're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
No.
No, but I think that might be the date of death, maybe?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
that's
So
the
it's-
death date. You're right.
So-
December 5th is the birthday though.
Yeah, so December 5th, 1901, Walt Disney was born. Obviously, a very big deal, not only to us, but what we found out also a big deal to Josh. We're all very big Disney fans.
Yes, and so
we met somewhere cool. In
we
that regard.
met at the Steakhouse 55 Lounge on Walt Disney's birthday, and that's how we met Josh. And so
Yeah.
every year we text him, we're like, happy friendiversary.
It's on Walt's
Yeah.
birthday, so it makes it easy. You
Well,
know?
it's
Yeah.
very special, and Steakhouse 55 got that name because Disneyland opened in 1955, so that feels like the most perfect place
Yeah.
to celebrate Walt's birthday.
Yeah.
It does.
Pictures
It
And
of
there's
does.
so
Walt
many
Disney.
like old Walt Disney pictures in there that it's like double perfect.
And I still miss it. It was one of my favorite restaurants at Disneyland, so I miss it very much because it is no longer there. But we,
I know.
Yeah, it's there. But, I mean, it's not there. Like I've peeked in, and it's still in perfect standing condition, and it's just so much space is being wasted. I hope.
I
know.
know.
I could say that like in that Rainforest, which is the Star Wars shop, the restaurant is still all there behind it.
Yeah.
so they have all
Right.
this great restaurant space.
I
hope.
know. I think ESPN Zone. So it's kind of interesting. A little, maybe too much insiders behind the scenes knowledge. But when they built Mickey's Runaway Railway, they
In
tore
Toontown.
in Toontown. They had to tear down. We did a
It's their entertainment complex.
entertainment complex.
So where they like run rehearsals for parades, the band, like literally everyone
We
rehearsed
did
in this
a
building.
summer conservatory where we got to do behind the scenes stuff and perform at Disneyland. It was
Cool.
called the Disney Performing Arts Conservatory.
It was great.
And
we met in that building.
We met in that building. Met?
Well, that's where
We met the camp.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, the camp. Yeah, we met the camp in that building.
Yeah.
And we practiced and we rehearsed.
And
And,
then
then,
we
they
were-
like, oh yeah, this is getting demolished
in
for
like 3 days.
in like 3 days.
we were like the last ones to use
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And they're
Uh,
like, we're like, why? And
but
they're like,
my-
we can't tell you why. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
My theory, though, is that it's in ESPN Zone, is where they're
The new entertainment headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's could be why it's there, but not being used
Yeah.
publicly.
that
Yeah.
restaurant
That's my
space.
theory. I don't
there's
know
so
for
much
sure,
space there,
but-
and they haven't. I mean, they had that one shop for a little while, but that was about it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just the gift shop though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of space. Disney does all sorts of changes with their own space, and we just kind of
Yes.
show up and guess.
To go along with it, but I hope the Steakhouse 55. I hope they do something special with that space. I
Yeah.
was looking at an old menu from like 2013. Prices were so much. I didn't appreciate it.
I know prices are much better.
I think,
They really
I think
were.
for $40 they had the 3-course meal, which like it was
Wow.
a salad, a steak, and creme brulee.
Wow,
for $40, and
I
now
think
right
it-
now you.
You can't
Yeah,
get
at like Carthay, that's like $75 or $90 or something like that. I
just
don't.
for
Yeah.
the steak.
Yeah.
It's just for the steak.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is.
You know, that
it-
kind of makes me sad because at the time I didn't appreciate creme brulee. I was
Oh,
a little too young. I was
Carrie's
like,
like,
I'm like, I would have loved that now.
wouldn't have
Little
ordered
me
it.
though is like, what's creme brulee?
Yeah.
Isn't
That's
that thing that they mention in High School Musical?
yeah.
That's it. That was the extent of my knowledge.
and we all discover our appreciation for creme brulee later in life. Then
Yeah, late
Yeah.
bloomers.
It's Eric's favorite dessert.
It is my current favorite
I love to
dessert.
crack it. Have you ever had corn creme brulee?
No, what's that?
no.
Okay, there's a place that's Steak 48, another steak with number. They have this creamed corn creme brulee, which sounded weird, but the server was pushing it. And I was like, all right, it's amazing.
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna have to try that.
It's very good. So get back to me, text me, and be like,
Yes.
hey, Josh, I thought that sounded weird.
Yeah, you
corn
guys-
creme brulee, but it's actually. And if you've had it, tell me in the comments below. I want to know
Yeah,
if you.
taste
It's
it.
good, I promise.
Yeah.
There's
I
so
wouldn't
many
steer
good
you wrong.
desserts.
All right.
No,
So
Josh knows
actually,
dessert.
Josh, you mentioned something a little earlier that I did want to touch on a little and ask about. You mentioned getting your start here in Hollywood and how much you loved that. How did you get your start though? If that's
I know.
okay.
I realized we've known you so long. We've never actually heard this story before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my 5th birthday party.
Okay.
Perfect.
I was turning 5 years old, and I was having a birthday. It was a gymnastics party. My mom asked me who I wanted to invite, and I was going over the list of different kids from my preschool class. But then I also mentioned I wanted to invite Fozzie and Kermit and Gonzo, which made perfect sense because I
Yeah.
watched them on TV every day.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom explained, "Well, we can't invite them to your birthday. They live in the TV."
Oh.
Right.
I was like, I need to figure out how to get in the TV.
Yes. So I can meet Kermit and Fonzie and all my friends.
And that's
Fozzie.
the
Thank you.
Fozzie.
Oh my gosh. Fozzie.
And I swear to this day, when I think about that story, I feel I actually made it into the TV. Now I
Yeah.
haven't met the Muppets yet.
That'll
I-
happen
okay.
though.
Yet though.
I've
That's
met-
just a yet.
Thank you. I've met Muppet performers. I've met the performers
Ah.
who've played
Brought them to life.
but
Yeah.
I have not. But so my interest in acting started from just wanting to get into the TV, and then I loved Full House. I wanted to be friends with Michelle and Stephanie and DJ Tanner.
Yeah.
Let me get into the TV. So when I was 9, I signed up for my first acting class. I didn't sign up. My parents did. It was at a summer camp.
Yeah.
And one of the acting teachers told my mom, "Oh, Josh seems to stand out more than some of the other kids. You might want to get him an agent."
Oh,
and I was like, "How do you get an agent? That seems like an impossible thing." So it wasn't. But like 3 years later, at my school, they had a thing where an agent. They had different jobs would come to your school, like doctors, whatever.
Wow.
For talk about different careers, and one of them was a manager, and I met with the manager.
Wow.
And as 12-year-old me was telling jokes.
Yeah.
There was a skeleton who wanted to go to the dance. He couldn't. He had no body to go with. And she was like, "We're gonna sign this guy. He's a natural."
I love it.
Such a terrific story, actually. That is like, if you were to write a movie about someone getting into acting, it would go just like this. So please keep going.
Okay, so that I started doing like off-Broadway plays when I was 13.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I did my first commercial for Nickelodeon when I was 14.
Wow.
I did a lot of theater. I did like 2 to 3 plays a year. That was my favorite part of my life at the time. Like I really disliked school. School was such a challenge because schoolwork, other kids, but when I was on stage, I was happy. It was a great outlet. It was something I was good at.
Yeah.
And then after high school, I went to a 2-year performing arts school.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I decided to move. And I was on the East Coast. I was in New Jersey. I decided
wow.
I'm going to move to LA with just a suitcase and a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Walt Disney did many years prior.
Yes.
I came out here not knowing a single person. And yeah, I was very fortunate to make it inside the TV on my very first audition. Well, actually, let me tell you. Let me rewind.
Yeah,
So I moved
yeah.
not knowing a single person. I used to be a babysitter, and I was a summer camp counselor, which was never my dream job. I was never like, I want to be a camp counselor. when I grow up.
Yeah, right. But you know.
But while I was doing it, I was the best camp counselor I knew how to be. And I became a popular babysitter.
Yeah.
And there were other counselors, and their parents made them get a summer job. And so they were, okay, but I became a favorite. And then when I decided to move, one of the families I babysat for was like, "You're moving to Hollywood. Let us call our friends there." And they're like, "Okay, Josh, call our brother-in-law." I called this guy. Like, "You're Josh, the great babysitter. We're told to take good care of you. We're family friends with the manager. Let us introduce you."
Oh, wow.
That's very sweet.
And so, even though I was never passionate about, I'm going to be a camp counselor, I'm going to be a babysitter, but because I still put in my all, that led to me meeting my manager, who I'm still with after over 20 years. So babysitting led to that.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And then I had my first audition, which I found out 2 hours in advance. So it's like, whoa, you have to.
Yeah, that's fast.
those are the days.
And I miss that. There's an excitement there, and because now auditions are all self-tapes and you don't have interaction. But as a fresh face, I booked everything in my first year. I did 14 commercials in my first year.
Wow.
I just started doing a lot of things, and
That's amazing. It shows that like the hard work matters, no matter what category it is. If you show up every day and give it your all, then amazing things can happen.
Good things happen.
Absolutely,
You move
yeah.
up.
And one of the things about hard work that I would want to pass along, even if there's no in-person auditions now, but with any job, and not for the audition I got 2 hours in advance, but if I would get an audition and I'm in this new town, I went to the audition a day early, not to wait around, but just what if I get lost? What if I don't know where to park? I don't know traffic. I want this so badly that I'm going to scout out. And for my first year, I would always do that. I would go to the place earlier. If I then booked a job, I would go to the set a day early because I don't want to then get hired and then be late.
Or
we
not
gave a
know where.
chance on this Josh Sussman kid. And
Yeah, he's
where
not even
is he?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't even
absolutely.
find the location, and that's a really good idea. It's just all about preparation, and being prepared and doing the extra work, going the extra mile.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah, so after my first year, I probably stopped doing that. And then I had an audition for the show Numbers. And I was like, I've been out here 4 years now. I don't have to show up. And I struggled for parking.
Oh, no.
I was late for my audition to Numbers. And I was sent home.
Oh,
and
my
sometimes
gosh.
I'm very gullible and I don't always know when people are joking. I figured, they're joking. They're like, okay, Josh, you could go. And I was like, and I didn't leave. I figured he has to be joking. He was serious.
That's brutal.
That was awful.
Yeah, that is awful.
absolutely.
Yeah.
See, and that Yeah,
I
no,
now feel very fortunate that did not happen to me.
I know.
Because I've
Yeah.
showed up late and they always took me, and I was always like really mad to be late. But being sent home would have killed me.
I
No,
know.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be an hour early than even a minute late.
Yeah.
Because like movies and TV productions, they spend so much money. I mean, they say time is money. And
It really
anyone
is.
who's been on set, most of the
know,
time you're
yeah.
just waiting around.
Yeah.
So even though like, wait, I'm waiting around for 5 hours, but if you're a minute late, and I heard a producer explain the reason everyone gets paid so much is because we want you there, because we know
Yeah.
we need you. You're getting paid to wait around.
Yes.
So, because if we
Right.
need you, if we have to switch things around,
Yeah,
and
they want you
that's a
on
big
call.
no-no.
Yeah.
Being late. So
Yeah.
I have not been late since then, and
That's awesome.
I'm on set. Any job, I'm there
Yeah.
early, and there's always
Yes.
food.
Yeah, that's true,
They-
too.
They feed you
And-
well.
or
Set
or
is
a
a
They
trailer.
do. Yeah.
Set is a great place to be, if I'm being honest. Like if you're gonna be early and spend extra time anywhere,
Well, and
comfy place to sit.
It's one of my
free
favorite
food.
places.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
being on set is such a privilege that it's like you kind of want to soak it in for as long as you can. you know?
Absolutely.
So I
Yeah.
totally
No,
agree.
it's a joy.
So you actually talked about showing up with a suitcase and a dream, and you brought a little suitcase
You
with
did.
you.
Oh, yes.
So I thought we should point out a little suitcase. Now, we know the answer to this because we're huge fans,
Yes.
as you know. But will you tell us why you have such a little suitcase?
Well, I was Hugh-Normous
Yes.
on Wizards of Waverly Place, and I was kind of the runt of the litter, so mom and dad surrounded me with miniature things so my self-esteem didn't get bruised.
Uh-huh.
Like, check out these tiny glasses.
You brought the glasses. I'm so excited.
And these are the actual glasses from the show.
Whoa.
I love
Wow.
that.
They
Oh
are
my
not
gosh.
comfortable. I'll let you try them on. Like do you see, if I'm too
Wait,
expressive, they
wait.
can pop off.
I have to
Let's
try on
try
the
one.
glasses. Hold my mic. I've got to try
Hold
one.
my mic.
All
Hold my mic. Are you ready?
He's gonna poke himself in the eye.
I got my.
Oh, they look good.
Thank you. Thank you. They are comfortable, but I'm loving. I don't want to take them off. I'm not gonna. That's
Frankly,
great. Are you
look
guys try
like
them?
you look like the little bird from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks with them on.
All right.
Thank you
Oh
for
yeah.
sharing
Yeah.
the glasses around.
Hey.
Ow.
I don't think I've ever let anyone else
yours.
try these on before.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
That must have not been fun on set.
And how
reading
can you
lines.
see? Like, imagine your
can't.
vision because it's obstructed. Your
Yeah,
vision is
It's
obstructed.
like digging into my temples.
Wow. Thank you so much for letting
Thanks
us
for
try
letting us
these
try
on.
it on.
Here,
That
Kara,
is-
you gotta
that's
try.
unique.
All right. Go, Kara, go.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
There you go.
I like them. Yeah.
Did that work?
Yeah, very nice.
That's amazing. I can't believe we get to wear the actual Hugh-Normous glasses.
hilarious.
cool.
Thank you for letting us wear
And
them.
there's no lenses.
Ah.
There's
That's the good news.
there's no reflection. There's no whatever.
All right.
Yes, that's
little
a-
thing. You might want to wipe them off because I'm wearing makeup and I do see a little bit on just the edges.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. All right.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing the Hugh-Normous glasses. I can't believe I just got to wear those.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I got
Awesome.
to keep these, and I was there, I guess, for the second to last episode.
That
Of
is so
course.
cool though that you have the actual glasses. I love when you get like memorabilia from your time
Yeah.
with a character because it's I mean that was so unique to you and your character. I'm so glad you got to keep the glasses.
And
Yeah.
it came in this purple case too. She kept them in this.
That's
Wow.
great.
This is the original case, and I have some of my own props, like my glasses from Glee and Drake and Josh, which are the same glasses.
Wow.
Those are mine. I
Awesome.
have those.
That's cool.
That's
Also-
amazing.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for letting us wear the
Yes.
Hugh-Normous glasses.
And just for a minute, can you tell us a little bit just what it was like on set of Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yeah, because like when you're watching it, it was like we were younger and it was early takes on CGI. So like to us, everything was so real. Like all the magic was real.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
everything happening on set. It was like it was a wizarding show. And so
Yeah.
like I don't know what was it like back then being on a show about wizards.
That was my second Disney Channel show. So my first was Sweet Life of Zack and Cody,
Oh,
which
love
was
that
just
one
a
too.
small little part, but I loved that. And I was just so happy and thankful to be back on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they taped that show in front of a live audience.
Really?
So I was on 8 episodes, but only one of my episodes was done in front of the audience because we were done on the Wizard School sets, which is not in
Oh.
front of where
Oh,
the
right.
audience
That
sits,
makes
and
sense.
there were more special effects.
Uh-huh.
And the special effects, none of them were too. I wasn't involved in too much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think there was a time where Dr. Evelini, like, put Alex in a cage, and I was watching, and she's no cage. And I just, it looks real, like in Wizard School Part 1, if you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where she
Fun.
did the spell and put an elephant on her nose.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I've seen that.
And that show was interesting because a lot of times in TV, there's a lot of the direction is just for camera and like blocking where to go. And so when I read the script, everyone called her Dr. Evilini, but I always thought, well, I don't know that she's evil because I'm naive. So I just called her Dr. Evelini. No one told me to do that, and I just I don't want to know that she's evil. I'm gonna be innocent. So I just called her Dr. Evelini, and no one ever corrected me.
Yes, but
That's amazing.
I had no idea that was you because it's such a fun part of the show, and it plays to the naiveness of your character as well.
Yeah.
Dr. Evelini.
So no, that's always fun whenever there's a script to just find something to make your own unique choice that's not in there and find it, and then it makes it in, and it's like, no one ever said anything, so it's like, okay, I guess they
they must have liked it.
Yeah.
If they loved it.
I knew everyone else was saying Evelini, and you wonder, are they going to be like, Josh, you're pronouncing her name wrong?
Yeah, script supervisor's like, can you just please fix this?
Yeah.
But no, so that show, the whole first season was filmed before it ever aired.
Wow.
And which is really special because I've been on other shows before they aired, and so when Selena Gomez was not a known name,
Right,
I mean,
right.
she was also just on a Sweet Life. She was on Barney, but she wasn't the superstar. Then this show airs and becomes very big.
Yeah.
We come back for the second season, and everyone is just as nice, just as sweet. It's of all the TV shows I've done, it's the nicest cast.
Wow.
Because it could be very interesting people becoming super famous overnight.
Yes.
Does it change them? And sometimes to a degree, it naturally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard
In some
for
way
it
it
not
has
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that show, it's everyone from season 1 to season 4. Like it was so fun. It was just, and
that's
on a
amazing.
sitcom, you're doing like 3 days of rehearsal and then 2 days of just filming.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it was just, it was such a good time. I really loved it. Everyone in the cast. And I don't think I could say that about any other show where every single person was just
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Wow.
But then that
I
leads
love
you
that.
to
Yeah.
go through withdrawal. Like after I would be done with an episode, it's like, oh, I want to go back.
Go
Yeah.
back. I had such a good time. I understand. It's that when you're with a group of people like that, like whether you do a play or a show or you're on a series or whatever, you get a really tight bond with the cast
Well,
and
you're
with the
working-
people.
Yeah, super fast
Really
too.
like high trust kind of situation for that time, and then it just stops.
Yeah, I
And
know.
You're like not on set anymore. You're like I miss not
And-
only my friends, but
Yeah, and it's like crunch time too. So you're on set for long hours. You're spending a lot of time together, and then you're just like, all right, well, see you. It's like, oh, I miss like being with those people.
Yeah, and it's not even though it's so much fun. There's so much high pressure.
Yeah.
On my
Exactly.
first episode of Wizards, I witnessed another actor get fired.
Oh wow.
And that's like, wait, that could happen.
Yeah,
So
it's
even
like-
though you get the job, like I was the guy who played Jerko Phoenix. So the one you see, he wasn't the original guy.
Oh
Wow.
And it's like he was fine. He did a good job, but for whatever reason, and I'm having so much fun, and
That's
it's
brutal.
it's not just joking around. You have to always
Yeah.
be on and doing good
Yeah.
work and show up, and it's like
Yeah, because
Yeah, you
even though
can-
you have the job, it may not. I mean,
still get
You
fired,
can still
yeah.
get fired from set, which is wow. I
That's
know
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
And that
always
poor
high
guy-
pressure. I know he like has the role in his hands, and then
It's like, oh.
for whatever reason, it just didn't end up. Man,
Well, I think I know what happened, and I don't know if this is even helpful. So we were playing, I guess, it's high school age. We're supposed to be playing like 14, 15.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We would do the rehearsals, and then after the rehearsals, we would have a run through, like for the network. And for the network, for the run through, he decided not to shave, so he had his facial hair, and he had all tattoos exposed. So
Yeah.
he didn't look like probably a youthful.
Did not look
yeah, he
young.
didn't look the part, which is also important because you have to kind of be in that character, even when you think it like a table read. You're like, oh, we're just gonna go, no cameras, we're gonna sit around and talk. They're still watching your performance, and they're still making sure
a
that
table
it's all
read
gonna
is actually
fit.
such an important part of any show or any project ever.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know.
You're seeing the characters come to life, and so if you're trying to imagine any character that's like super young and he's got tattoos and beard and everything, you're like, I just don't believe that he's a kid. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you have to,
Yeah.
even though you have the part and they saw him when he auditioned,
Uh-huh.
that you want to show up and show them that you are the part.
Yeah.
And the table reads, that reminds me of advice I received right before I moved out here from Caroline Ray, who I saw for the first time last week at the Phineas and Ferb premiere.
Oh, wow.
She's the mom on the show. She was on one of Sabrina's aunts on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh,
And she knew I
wow.
was going to be an actor, and she was telling me the table reads are very important. You want to give it your all. You're not
Yeah.
just reading it. You want to go full performance. And I've told some people, and they're like, yeah, that's obvious. But sometimes you don't know.
No, of course, of
Sometimes you would
course.
just be thinking, oh, I'm just reading it. So you know the story, but it's a full-out performance. So you're not just reading it for the first time. You don't want to do a cold reading.
Yeah.
Like you
Right.
want to even be prepared. Because at a table read at Disney Channel, we would have them for each episode. It's a huge table. All the executives, everyone, all the top people are there. So it's almost, even though you have the job, that's still like an audition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
You wanna
it's like the top level audition. I mean, I guess there's showing up also, but like that's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so important.
Yeah, because you want to
Yeah.
show them, okay, oh, and he's early. You don't want to just be arriving right
Yeah.
on time.
I don't
wanna-
know. My first time reading the script. So let me figure
Let me
Yes.
figure it out.
When do I
Yeah.
say something? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they've made their decision that you're their character, but you need to go and validate that decision by the table read.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
there's a whole bunch of people who haven't seen you do it before. I mean,
Right.
not everyone in the table read is in the audition room.
And what if there's like 10 executives and 8 of them want you, but then there's 2 who's like, no. But so the 8 win. And then if you're not, then the other 2 could be like,
Could be like, hey,
look,
look what I
told
showed you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, yeah, he wasn't. So you want to, and sometimes I've had jobs where the producer wanted me, but the director wanted someone else. And that's that's what an awful position to be in.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
now they're fighting over the cast. Then you're like, all right, I of course want to be here. It's like, but now you guys got to figure it out and
And then to
let me
know
know.
that the director doesn't want you. And so this actually happened for a commercial that they filmed in Las Vegas. And they couldn't make up their mind. So they hired me and they hired another actor.
Oh, wow.
For the same job. They
Wow.
they flew both of us out. And we were both going to be on set. And so for a commercial, the real success is then in the residuals.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so we're both getting paid to be there. But only one of us is going to be in the final commercial.
Wow.
And so we were asked in advance, do you want to accept it? Do you want to, because, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, because oh my gosh, because even if you don't get it, you could get it. And so if you say no, then you're not going to be in it at all. And if
Exactly.
you say yes, there's at least a 50-50 chance that you're going to be the guy in the commercial. So
And you're paid for
and
that
you're,
day.
you're
Yeah.
at least get a
For the
little,
day, yeah.
So
paid
I-
a little. So
Yes, I had a 50-50 chance. And so the commercial is for Foot Locker.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I ended up getting it.
oh good,
Maybe
oh,
I shouldn't have
congratulations.
skipped- I shouldn't have skipped to the end of the story. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, there it
But,
is.
so
You left us in suspense. It's good.
they're, so we're both on set. We were both through hair and makeup. They start with the other guy. And I guess the other guy is, I want to say, weirder looking than me. But the director liked that guy. But for me, I was in better shape and I looked more
Foot Locker-esque?
athletic.
More athletic, yeah.
But for the first 2 hours, they're filming just with the other guy. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen.
Like, I'm just sitting on.
But then
set
after
here.
2 hours, but I'm there on set watching. Then after 2 hours, they say, okay, Josh, it's your turn. And I'm going in and like, okay, if I mess up or if they're not liking it, are they going to switch back?
They're like, cut, we're done.
They're like
Go to
30
the
minutes
other
in, they're
guy.
like, okay, other guy, come back. It's like, oh.
But after maybe 4 hours passed and they were still just using me, I'm starting to feel a little more confident. The other guy's
Yeah.
getting more angry. 6, 8 hours passed the whole day.
Wow.
They never used him again.
Whoa.
And then we wrap for the day. This guy, he's angry at me.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
No,
Both
no.
of us knew the deal going in.
Yeah.
And then he's calling his agent. I overhear the phone call, and he's like, bleep, 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 Afro curly hair guy. Bleep,
Oh, no.
And I'm like, we could be friends. Like, no.
Yeah.
And a lot of times actors feel like, oh, we have to be enemies.
Yeah.
And that's the dumbest thing.
I
And I
agree.
because we're all, yes, there's a competition. I hate the competition
I
because it
know.
doesn't
Yeah.
feel, it's not productive. It's not healthy.
Right.
Like I've been in waiting rooms where they're trying to psych you out.
I know.
And it's-
Yeah.
I know.
And the weirdest
Well,
thing
the
too
thing
is
they're trying to pick the right person for the job. So at the end of the day, if they go with somebody else, that's because that's who they were looking for. It doesn't necessarily mean you did a bad job.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
all you can do is your best. you know,
Exactly.
in
And there's
that
so much
case.
that's out of our control. And
Yeah.
so I have a list of the things, what is in my control? I'm going to do all the things that are in my control, and that includes showing up early.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
early. I know my lines. I made choices. But what if I look like the producer's middle school bully?
Right.
That's not my fault. And he's like, he looks just like the guy who picked on me.
Yeah.
Like, I hate him.
Yeah.
And I don't have, and that's not my fault, but I did everything I could do.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I remember specifically there was because you end up kind of seeing the same people, right? You're auditioning for the same parts, so you see the same person at multiple auditions. And this kid was a little older than me, and so his voice dropped, right? And he was so mad. He was just like angry because he couldn't play younger roles anymore.
So all of a sudden he stopped showing up at Eric's auditions, right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. But it was just like this weird thing where, you're just constantly comparing yourself to others is not.
Yeah, it's not the
a
way to
good
go.
thing.
It can be tough. And, there's a million people trying out for one role. And,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it really is so tight. And
Yeah.
it doesn't mean just because you're not picked that you're bad at all. I mean, you could be a really talented actor, but just somebody else is, a little taller. Or, if one of the ones I lost is because they hired a blonde opposite me. And it's like, well, you can't have me as blonde and her as blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ended up, going with the girl for
Right,
the blonde.
right.
So it's like, all right,
They
well then.
like already cast her. They pretty much told you like in the room. They're like, the female lead is going to be blonde, so we're probably not going to have two blondes.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
it's
know.
like,
There are so
makes
many I
perfect
got where
sense.
they're like, "Oh, you're too short. We can't have you because all the actors would be looking down." And I'm like, "Thanks."
It's like, come on, RDJ
Great.
gets to stand on a box.
I can't fix that, but thank you
Yeah.
anyway.
We all seen RDJ's heels. Like,
We
come
have.
on, give me the
Give
heels.
me the heels.
So much is out of our control, and it's just
Yeah.
not fair. But it's also, I've known actors who they let that destroy them, the rejection.
Yeah.
And I kind of would then try to maybe talk them out of it because there's a lot of rejection in this. Like, if you
Yeah.
can't
There
handle
is.
that. And I don't know if you've seen the Rocky movies.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Rocky Balboa. Like in the sixth one, one
Yeah.
of my favorite speeches that he gives his son. And I think it's about boxing, but I equate it to acting. It's not how hard you can hit; it's how hard you can get hit and keep getting up. And I always
Yeah.
take that to the rejection. Like I feel like I'm getting pummeled down, I'm getting beaten up,
Yeah.
and rejected, and then it's like it's not personal.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you start taking it personally, like people think I must suck. Am I allowed to say suck?
Yes.
Sorry for
Yeah,
that.
no, you're
Yeah,
fine, you're
you're
fine.
good.
I must. And they measure their self-worth. And I'm like, okay, you realize they're seeing 100 people for it. They can only choose one person.
Yeah.
And it's if you do your best, they remember that. And it's like,
Yeah.
And if you ever go back again to that office, you just do good work and you
Yeah.
can't. Like,
And sometimes the casting director or the director or producer or whatever will love you and be like, okay, we're going to find a project for you eventually.
Yeah.
Right. And so you just have
Yeah.
to keep showing up and seeing where you fit in. And I think that kind of happened with you.
Yes.
On Eric.
That was very good news. A commercial series I did, like a different set of commercials. I auditioned for this casting director 20 times. Like I'm like not even joking, probably 20 times on different commercials. And she would always bring me in. She's like, "It's really nice to see you." And I just gave it my all, like every audition. And she's like, "Something's gonna come up that you fit the box for, right?" Because they go with different people for different reasons. And this one came up, and she like immediately had me audition, and I booked that one. And then she gave me like the nicest hug and was like, "Congrats."
She's like, I'm so glad you finally got this
She's
one.
like, "I'm glad you finally got this one. You gave it your all for every audition." And there were some I called you in. I knew you weren't gonna get it, and you brought the energy every time and just brought it. It's just a really nice moment and definitely inspirational for like future auditions where it's like you're meeting the same people because the way we go out for multiple roles, casting directors, producers, they all work on multiple projects. And so it was just like a really great feeling to book that one and be in the commercials and be like, okay, give it your all, because if you let the rejection get to you, then they're going to be like, oh, he's not very energetic or not fun.
That's so true because I know people like, oh, I'm being called in by this one again. Wait, another rejection.
I'm like, if they're calling you in again, they liked you.
I
Okay, so this
know.
is so
It
funny.
means they liked you.
You said this one, I'm not going to get the part, and I heard a name in my head. And I'm not going to share it. But it's so funny because I've heard people say just that. I've been called in for this person's name. I'm not even going to try. 'cause
I'm
I
sure
never
they
get
hate me.
in.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's the opposite. If they hate you, you're never going to hear from him again.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
so
Or
true.
Yeah,
whoever
Him or
it
her.
is.
Him or her, yeah.
I used to think if they would give you notes, that would, they don't like what I'm doing, they're giving me notes. But no, that's a good thing. That means
Yeah.
they wanted to, okay, there's something there. We want to make it work. So the
Yeah.
more time they spend with you, there's some people like, they're trying to tell me what to do. They're trying to direct me. And it's like,
Well, yeah,
that's their
because
job.
when you get on set, there will be a director who's trying to direct you.
and they want to see how you take
Exactly.
direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
Drake and Josh, which was one of the shows I was on,
Uh-huh.
I auditioned for it before I got the part I did. in, auditioned for
Yeah.
a completely different role.
Really?
And I think the role I got that I ended up doing is more memorable.
Uh-huh.
And I read comments of people say Clayton was iconic and they love Clayton, where the other part is like, okay.
Yeah.
But I went in, I still, you know.
Yeah, but was it iconic because of what you brought to the character? You know, so it could have been your choices.
Yeah.
You know, could have been
Yeah.
your choices that made it iconic, right?
Yeah.
So
Maybe I've been very fortunate to get to do so many fun roles.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
But
absolutely.
that's where also I auditioned for small roles, and a lot of people will have egos. I only want to go for lead guest stars. Glee was a 1-episode co-star, but that turned
Whoa.
into 21 episodes.
Wow.
A lot of things, so I'll still go in
Once
for a
again-
small part and impress them.
Yeah, that's the power of
Exactly.
it too. Is like what you talked about, table reads and different things. You're sitting in the room with the writers, and something you talked about that was kind of a friend of ours or story from acting class was like this girl who showed up to her table read and just brought this character to life, and she was in like 6 more episodes, and it was like this one-off character was supposed to just like show up once. I think it was in Austin and Alley, and like she was hilarious, and so they brought her back. And it's like if you bring your all to the table read, to the audition, to everything, you give yourself a chance to kind of grow, and
Such
just
an
like you did on
important-
Glee. So congrats.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Such an important thing to the mental space is to remember that everyone in this room is a human being.
Yes.
And they might have egos bigger than a human being. And that happens in this industry
It
a
happens.
lot.
It happens.
But at the end of the day, if you make them like you, they're going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
nobody wants to work with somebody they don't like. It's just
It's the
human
opposite.
nature.
It's the exact opposite. If
Yes.
it's someone they don't like, they're like, oh, do we need to bring back Hugh-Normous again, or could he just?
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed up
Right.
on time. I was
Fade
courteous.
off.
I was friendly.
Yeah,
Right.
they're like, oh my gosh, we gotta have, and then you ended up getting an episode that was about you too.
I
where-
couldn't believe that. The
Yeah.
episode was called Hugh's Not Normous.
Yes, yes, that was a great
was
episode.
great,
was
yeah.
actually one of our favorites prior to knowing you. Was Hugh's Not
wow,
Normous.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it was so
That was-
good.
No, that was the most surreal thing. And there's not many times, I've never really felt like I've made it, and I still haven't, but it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that is a cool thing that there's.
Yeah.
And on Disney Plus, I forget, if I'm in the thumbnail, I don't know if I'm in the
Yeah,
thumbnail.
Yeah,
of it,
like
but
your
Because
face
it's
is-
about you. Like
It
the
is,
whole
yeah.
episode is about you coming to the Russo family, right? So
that was very cool. But I never understood, why do people have egos or have, you know, when they're not easy? And it
Yeah.
is common.
Yeah.
And it's very weird because it's so easy just to be nice.
yeah. Well, so you're one of the nicest people that we know, honestly. I mean,
Honestly,
you're so
yeah.
kind to everyone you meet, and you're nice to your fans when
It's
you get stuff in the
easy.
park. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but like I don't know if you have a secret, but like it's just how you were born, or was it how you've always been?
Okay,
or-
you want to know my secret? Are you ready?
I'm ready for
Okay.
your kindness secret.
Okay, I'm going to tell all of you too.
Okay,
I treat people the way I want to be treated.
that's a good
Yeah,
answer.
no.
That's a great
That's a great
answer.
answer.
No, it's-
That
No,
is.
but it's so real. It's so real.
And I'm such a fan of movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
And I love it. And sometimes forget. I get so excited about meeting someone.
Yeah.
And I know how excited I get if I meet someone and then they're nice.
Yeah.
And when they're
Yeah.
not, I know how I feel. And it's like, but it's so easy. It doesn't take any extra energy. I've had
Mm-hmm.
2 people who I've asked to take a picture with who've said no.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of crushing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would never do that to someone. I could never imagine
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing. And I know I've heard people after they leave are like, oh my God, he was so nice. And that's a great feeling. And
Yeah.
just by kindness. And I don't get why anyone wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, I don't feel exhausted afterwards. It's like, oh, I talked to so many people.
I
Like, no,
know.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
your time, you're just who you are. I remember, like, kind of similar. Someone came up to us at Disneyland and was like, "Can I get a photo with you?" And she was chatting with us, and we just took our time. It was probably like a 2-minute interaction at the most, right? And it just like we gave her time, even though it was only 2 minutes. Like it felt like a long time. And then her post was, she's like, "I was so nervous because these are people that I'd seen, you know, on YouTube or on TV, and I was so nervous, and they were so nice." And it's like, why would you not be nice to
I
anyone
know.
that comes up?
Especially if they're gonna go and write home about it. It's
Yeah.
like give her
Yeah.
something nice to write about, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I saw these people and they were so rude. Like,
It's like,
I don't know. That would kill
Come
me.
on.
That would
just be
crush
such-
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hate
I would
that.
hate
Why
to
don't-
have that be. Yeah, just
I love it when people come say hi to us. It makes
Yeah.
my day.
I feel so lucky. Like, how lucky am I that I made it to a place that someone even wants to meet me? Mm-hmm. I feel like because so many people come to Hollywood and never have any success. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
had
very
more success.
truly.
But the fact I got to this point, I feel so lucky. I feel like I won the lottery. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in gratitude. I'm thankful. I think gratitude and kindness is contagious.
Yeah,
I think it brings
is.
more.
Yeah.
It
to
makes
it.
the world a better place, one kind interaction at a time.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah,
Yeah, there's people,
absolutely.
if they're having a bad day and then just by some niceness, and that's contagious, and then they're gonna go up, they're gonna spread it, and
Yeah.
Exactly.
they're gonna be nicer to someone, and
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's crazy how like a very small interaction can change someone's day, right? So it doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but it's someone could be having a bad day, and your small act of kindness makes them believe there's good in the world again. Like,
Yes,
it's
literally
that
that
small.
That's small.
And that's all it takes. So.
but the opposite is also true.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sensitive. If someone comes up and they're mean to me,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like it affects me, and
Yeah.
it's like, and then I actually feel like shaken up and like, oh no, I'm not able to give out my kindness now where I could, but now I just feel so
Yeah, I got no
Yeah.
joy to give.
shaken
Yeah.
up, and I want to just shake it off
Yeah.
because I don't want people to then.
run into you in that moment, and then you just
Yeah.
like not be in the right place.
And I'm
right?
still
So,
also be so nice
Yeah.
to them,
Right.
but then it affects you. They're like, why would that person
want that.
say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Kindness goes a long way because we saw you the first time when we met.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
December 5th. It was, I think, 2017.
Yes,
It was
and we-
2017.
We actually did recognize you as Hugh-Normous, of
Yeah.
course, because we loved the show. And it was so funny because I was facing one direction and I heard somebody talk behind me, and I was like, I think that's Hugh-Normous because your voice is so recognizable
very
to me.
distinct.
And so I was like, turned around, and then I was like, oh, there he is. And so then we were like, do we go talk to him? What do we do?
Yeah,
right? And
someone
then,
else-
Well,
like-
actually, I'd actually seen the back of you coming in, and I'm like, does it look like him, or is it just the hair?
Yeah.
And so I ignored it, and I'm like, well, okay, we'll eat a little bit. And then the voice came through, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's actually him.
The voice and the hair.
The voice and the hair. Yeah, exactly.
It's adding up.
that's a combo.
Yeah, no, but very, very similarly, like you were so nice with us, and we literally talked to you for like an hour that day, right? And it was just like at the restaurant, we met you and your friend Chris, which is awesome.
Yeah. Hi,
is
Chris.
the best.
Hi,
If
Chris.
you're watching.
Yeah, but just like you said, like that kindness goes a long way, and now it led to like a big friendship and a future podcast episode.
I know.
Exactly.
Just lots of fun things. Talk like joy. So thank you for being
Yeah.
kind. And if
Yeah.
anyone is ever like mad at you, like you talked about, just ignore it because
Yeah,
you-
because
you really do.
You
bring
being
joy.
nice is
Yes.
the whole reason we've been friends for the last 8 years. We're so grateful.
I love that. Like I've had like celebrities who I've met, and I know how I feel, and it's after meeting them, and that's
Yeah.
why it's still so surreal. And I accept that it's a fact that I give people that feeling. Like to me, I don't feel like a celebrity. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm just a regular person, but I accept the fact that okay, I've been on shows that people know, so
Yeah.
that they're excited. But I don't feel like I don't think there's any level where you feel like I have super strength. I'm better than anyone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I am-
As some people.
Yeah, I am curious though. So, has there ever been a moment though, even though you kept your kindness, has there ever been like what we call like an aha moment where
Like
you're
an
like,
I made it.
like you
kind
looked up
of.
and you're like, I just can't believe that this is my life.
Like, this is what I set out to do, and I'm here doing
Yeah,
it.
like you said, you set out to be in the TV, and you definitely are. So if there's just like a moment where that kind of hit you,
Where it's like, was it?
Often, somewhat actually regularly, I'm constantly appreciative
yeah,
of it. But is there?
Yeah, like
I'm just trying to think. Like at Disneyland, I'll get recognized there more than a lot of places. But I just feel very lucky. One of the coolest things, I was at the Golden Globes
oh wow,
with
wow.
Uh-huh.
Glee, and they
Wow.
won Best Show, and I
Wow.
was up with the cast on the stage.
oh my god,
And then you're looking at it in the audience, and that's Steven Spielberg, like that's Leonardo DiCaprio, there's Johnny
Wow.
Depp, wait, I'm on the stage. Like that's something that doesn't feel real.
Right.
yeah.
There's
You're on stage because your show has won a Golden Globe. I mean, that is so awesome.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
you were.
That
a
is
part
so
of.
awesome.
so
Yeah.
nights like that definitely feel.
That's
and then the
just
after
perfect.
party, it's like every celebrity is there, and then you have Jennifer Lopez coming up to you, say, "Oh, I love your character."
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it's like, "Oh wow, that's Jennifer."
Yeah, like you
like-
got my
You
character.
know
It's
my
like,
character?
And then
Well,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling telling me, I watch Glee every week with my sister.
Aw.
It's our favorite show.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
And that's Ryan.
You're
so-
like, I watch La La Land every day. No,
and La La
maybe
Land
not.
didn't even exist
Yeah,
yet.
no,
yeah,
I was
La La
gonna
Land.
say.
My bad.
No,
La
but
La
so
Land.
things like that, when there's, no, it's just very surreal.
when your work gets like appreciated
Yeah.
in a way of like you won a Golden Globe. You were part of the team that
Yeah.
won
Part
a
of the
Golden
show,
Globe, and
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
so cool.
And it's very, and at the time, when I first moved out here, I felt like my trajectory, I was constantly working. I was
Yeah.
all the time, and I never thought it would stop. And it's kind of in recent years,
Yeah.
things have slowed down.
Yeah.
And I think I was always grateful. I never took it for granted.
Yeah.
But I also never knew how much it could slow down.
Yeah.
I realized I'm on shows that are really good because then in recent years I've been on shows
Mm-hmm.
that are people don't watch or people
Yeah.
don't know that haven't found an audience.
Right. They're still looking.
No, that's an
Yeah.
interesting point too, because like you can be on a show, you do a good job, but the show itself doesn't get picked up, right? And it's like, well, that's not
it's-
always your fault, right? But you were on a show and then that show didn't get picked up, so
Well, and you
you're
can
out of
definitely
work.
feel that difference.
I'm curious when you are on stage and everyone wins a Golden Globe. I've always been curious about this. Who keeps the award, or do you all get a copy, or like how does that work?
Okay, so the SAG Awards, I have one of those. So
Oh,
Glee
cool.
was nominated
Awesome.
for Best Ensemble.
Okay.
Which I was in enough episodes to be considered part of the ensemble.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
there, everyone
Wow.
has a SAG Award. I have, and it's very heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've weighed it. It's
amazing.
12.5 pounds, but which doesn't seem like a lot. But then
When you're
for a
holding it-
trophy-
When you're holding it,
Yeah.
So I really want another one so I could lift weight. But for the Golden Globe, like if you win it, Best Actor, Supporting Actor, that the actor keeps it. But for
Nice.
Best Show, that's the producers, like none of the
Yeah.
actors. So I don't have
Yeah. Okay.
a Golden Globe. I don't have
Right.
an Emmy. I don't have, but I do have the SAG Award.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was fun. And
Yeah.
I
but-
got to touch the Golden Globe.
yeah, you were
Good.
on
Yes,
stage
you
with
did.
the team
There
when
you
they
go.
won it, which is
It's
pretty
like,
awesome.
Like a Super Bowl trophy, there's just one for the team, right? So the players touch it in different things.
Yeah.
Like they can hold it, but it goes
It goes,
It goes
like in the
in-
office,
yeah.
really. It goes
Yeah.
in the building.
at the stadium.
that
or
one goes to
whatever.
the team.
Yeah.
It goes to the team. I've always been curious because I know like sometimes they'll make copies of awards and give it out to people, or
Yeah.
sometimes, but sometimes they're really particular about you won this one award.
This
Yeah.
one award.
So whatever you want to do with it, this is yours.
more,
And
yeah.
so then it ends up, going to the producer or something.
Yeah,
like
and I
that.
think
So-
like with the Oscars, like for Best Picture, there's more than one. Like there's like if there's
Yeah.
4 producers, they make 3 or 4 or whatever of that statue. So each
Yeah.
person who has it has their own individual
That's cool.
one, and maybe the studio also.
I
Sometimes that's
know.
one, 'cause
Yeah.
If you go on studio tours, you see the
yeah.
Right, yeah.
We actually, so we did a tour of the Disney Animated Studios building, and they had Oscars and Emmys and Golden Globes that were all like
Frozen 2 and
Frozen won
different.
Best Animated Film, I believe. Coco won, and so like all these like we were
There were also awards for like some of the shorts. Like there was one for Prep and Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they had all won like daytime Emmys or something, and so hopefully that was a copy, right? And so like the
I
studio
know.
gets a copy, and then some of the producers went home with them too.
Yeah.
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 And
I
even though
wonder-
it'd be so cool to get those, but at the end of the day, some people say, "Oh, that's superficial," or they'll make fun of. But
Yeah.
it'd still be cool. I think
I
everyone
know.
wants it.
It's
still so
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's still pretty cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the dream. I mean, we
Yeah.
can pretend like it's not, but it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll-
a tangible item that's like an amazing achievement. Golden Globes, the Academy Awards, like it's a big deal.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
what it is. It's not like you're being gluttonous or like, "Ooh, I want this golden trophy." It's like
when we
a
get our
sign that
silver
I
and
did-
gold play buttons, I will be on cloud 9.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, the
It'll
play
still
button.
go right.
Oh yeah, it'll
It
go
will.
right
It'll
here.
go right here.
Yeah, our silver and gold play button. We'll make them, or maybe
They'll
on the
go
shelf.
there.
Maybe
We'll put 'em on the
put
shelf.
We'll put them somewhere.
There's
somewhere
room
for
framed.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, but
Absolutely.
it's a sign of achievement. It's not a sign of like owning something superficial, because you could,
I'm
spend
saying
money.
you did good, and people are acknowledging.
Yeah.
yeah.
And appreciative of what you did, and it's
Yeah.
yeah. I just want to continue this to work, and I guess I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to entertain. I just want to entertain people, and if you get
Yeah.
awards, like that's
Yeah.
cool. As if people like it, it's a tough life. Like
Yeah.
as an actor entertainer, because after each job, you're unemployed. So unlike
Yeah.
like if someone's a doctor, you go on however many job interviews, you get a job at a hospital, you could work there for 30 years.
Yeah.
With this life, we're constantly having to
Audition.
innovate, and
Audition.
create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said about kindness, if people, oh, I want to work with them. Now I don't even get to show that in an audition.
Yeah, 'cause it's a self-tape.
It's a self-tape where I used to, I think, do really well in the room because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Josh was a gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
I don't even get to be a gentleman.
No,
anymore.
it's just your.
It's
your
like a
acting.
90-second clip, right? And it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how how the industry's changed since you've been in it.
Yeah.
But and you've also done some voiceover work. So like, is there like a different preparation or mindset when you go from like voiceover into live action? Like, because I know sometimes people do voices or different things, but
Yeah, I've never known what people say. Oh, Josh, you have a unique voice. You should just like, and you recognize me from my voice instantly.
Yeah.
That you don't do a cartoon voice because there's all these amazing voice actors and they could do all the other voices. So we could just get someone like that. So I'll just do my voice.
Yeah.
But then it's like I feel like I'm not doing enough. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
so Star vs. the
Yeah.
Forces of Evil, I got that doing my voice. But then one day they just randomly hired me for another episode.
Oh, wow.
And for a different character. So I did, I think
Oh.
I've done 7 episodes total, but I
Wow.
did 6 as this guy named Sean, who was like this alien moose
Nice.
hybrid. But then they're like, hey, we want you to come in for Rock Johansson. And I was like, and he was like this little chubby kid with horns
Yeah.
coming out of his shoulders, like,
Wow.
like a Viking. So I said, yeah, I think you talked a little bit more like this. And okay, that's how they sound. They just let me do the voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then, this is a very weird thing. And I don't know how, I was on Wander Over Yonder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
which
remember that show.
I was just offered that without auditioning.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
here's something, and I don't know how I got that, but I auditioned for the Disney XD pilot a couple weeks earlier, and it was the first and only time like I got bad feedback to the agents.
Interesting.
Wow.
And it was very, like they said, I refused to follow direction. I refused to do my own
Oh.
voice, which I was doing my own voice. So then it was the same casting director who I think they were just passing along the
Yeah.
producer's notes. And I think they felt bad
Oh,
because they
yeah.
didn't agree because then they direct booked me or a double
Yeah.
scale for Wander Over Yonder.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, okay, so that felt good. Like,
Yeah.
Because if they didn't like you, they wouldn't. Oh, you did bad, so now we're going to give you a job. That doesn't.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works.
But then, because I didn't audition, I was, I think, Weasley teen. And I think, I have to make myself talk a little bit like this.
Yeah.
and that's what's in the show. Like, that's
Yeah.
one of the things, like, if I play for people, they won't know which one is me because I'm so.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, I'm on multiple cartoons now doing voices that don't sound like me.
Yeah.
But then when I audition, I still told sound like you. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did. I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm gonna
Okay.
be on
Oh, that's
a
okay.
thing on Netflix that comes out, I think, next year, animated.
Nice.
Nice. Okay,
Very
we'll be
cool, yeah.
looking
Yeah,
for
we'll
something
look
next
out
year.
for that. And I think the biggest message overall here is to be kind
Be
because it goes
kind.
a long way, no matter if you're in the entertainment industry or in literally anything you do.
You could be a babysitter, and you never know if you're nice.
Exactly.
what things can
Yes.
happen.
Be
Yeah.
kind and work hard.
Be
Like
kind
those-
and work hard.
Yes.
That's the
Be
message.
prepared.
Josh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and chat with
Yes,
us. It was
this
such
was
a good
totally
time.
awesome.
Yes, this was
Yes.
fun.
I know you're certified totally awesome.
Yep.
Yes, you get the
Certified?
stamp.
Yes,
Yes.
the stamp. We should get
We
stickers.
should get a stamp, a
You're-
sticker.
Yeah,
We'll give
you're
you-
totally
Or
awesome.
like
totally
those
awesome.
iron-on patches.
I know a notary.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
this
yeah.
is good.
That's
Makes it
this is
we
official.
can
good.
make something
Yeah.
happen.
Yes, we
That's
should. We
amazing.
should start handing people like you're totally awesome
You're
stickers
totally awesome.
or a certificate. It's like you're totally awesome. All right, let us know what your favorite part of the episode was in the
Yes.
It
comments
was totally
below.
awesome. You learned hopefully a little bit more about Josh, a little bit more about us, and learned something in your life. I mean, not
Yeah.
that learning is the only reason you're here. Hopefully you were entertained.
Yeah,
But
hopefully this was
Yes.
entertaining.
Yeah.
And hopefully you thought it was totally awesome. Put it in the comments if you have any other questions for Josh, because maybe we could get him back sometime.
I know.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah,
know.
Josh
But
can come back.
yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you next time.
thanks again
Bye.
for coming, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
That's totally awesome.